Hey guys, back with another one. Check this out. Okay, so I'm down here underneath this trailer and I'm checking everything out, and I see these brake lines, and you see two different styles of fittings. This is a compression fitting, and then this is your standard brass threaded fitting that has a little ferrule on it that you get at any truck stop or service shop. Because these are two different fittings, I would say that this one has been replaced by somebody somewhere down the line because the other style of fitting, the original one, started leaking. So I say this here was the one that was replaced because this is the most common type of fitting that you're going to be able to buy at the truck shops or Napa or whatever, wherever's convenient for you when you happen to have an airline leak in your brakes. So anyways, you can see, I mean, they're solid. They're not going anywhere. Then I come over here and I see on this other side, can you see any difference here? If I wiggle that just a little bit, it doesn't leak. Then I go to this service line right here and I wiggle it. Listen. Okay, and what caught my eye was that gap right here. This gap. You can see, look at my two fingers. See how the gap is down here on the service side? Now, I've got 86 pounds of pressure going into this diaphragm here, and it's not leaking, which means it's probably not going to leak if you pull up to a red light or whatever. It may not leak if you're in an inspection bay at some DOT scale, but very shortly that thing is going to continue to wear out and it will begin leaking every single time you apply a little bit of pressure to it. That's the value of putting air to your lines, your emergency line and your service line, and get down here and look and wiggle that stuff. That's how it should be, but that's how it is. And with just a little bit of vibration from the road and a little tiny bit more wear and tear on that thing, it's going to start leaking every single time you step on the brake. Now let me show you what else I found. So I'm up here, you can see that same style of brake fitting, that compression style here where it's crimped on. This one here is loose. It's not leaking. This is the service line, the pedal valve. That's your service line. It's not leaking yet, but it will. It's already started wearing out. You can see it's not supposed to move. That's a good solid connection there. I got to pull this one off anyways because look at that monstrosity. Look at that. I've already wiped the dust off of it. Yeah, that's all the way wild. And then there's this one here. These are original fittings put on by the manufacturer when the trailer was new. You're not likely to find this style of crimp-on compression fittings at a truck stop. Right, you see that one right there? If I can hold the camera a little bit more square, a little bit straighter. See how that one's loose? And that one doesn't move. All those loose ones need to be replaced. They need to come off of there and be replaced. Because if you don't do it now and you wait until they start leaking and maybe you don't know that they're leaking, look, the cop's going to find it for you, and by then it's too late. That's just a really good example of why it's important to get underneath your truck, underneath your trailer with a flashlight every time you can, every single time you possibly can, and inspect that stuff. Because I don't think any of you guys are going to walk around your trailer and see that cut in your airline right there. And I don't think any of you guys are gonna see that this is loose. And you're definitely not going to be able to see that that thing is leaking if you don't get underneath there and test these obviously loose connections. You see that clean brass in there? Maybe you can't see that clean brass. I don't know if it's going to come through in the phone or not. There's absolutely no substitute for getting up underneath your equipment, guys, and checking that stuff out. Put your eyes on it, put your flashlight on it. I don't care if you've got to crawl around on your back and on your belly like a snake in the grass. Get under there, check out your equipment. Stay safe out there, guys.